the Gala. And it's a great celebration.
They said it was over. They said I was through. But amidst the wreckage, something began to move. My arms lift me upward. I shook debris off my back. My legs felt they're broken, but yet still here I stand. Fire is on every side of me. It's lit a flame inside of me. Now night and day it's guiding me home. And I will keep on trying, and I will slay my giant, 'cause I will it to be, and I will see it come. 'Cause I will, ooh, yeah. They tell me it's hopeless. They said the odds were not good, but I just remained focused on what I know I should. Though my friends say I'm crazy for taking my own way, early on it used to faze me. Now I know they're just afraid. Fire is on every side of me. It's lit a flame inside of me. Now night and day it's guiding me home. And I will keep on trying, and I will slay my giant, 'cause I will it to be, and I will see.
It's a special night that we're here gathered to celebrate. We're talking about Medgar Evers and 37 years providing excellence in education. We're going to salute 6 living legends, experts and stars in their own fields of education, banking, retail, news publications, scientific research. Their common goal is commitment to community and their shared belief in the power of education. Tonight, as we acknowledge the past, celebrate the present, and build for the future, we're linked by one vision, and that is to build on the foundation established by the founders of this great college to create a legacy, one brick, one dream, one student at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome to the stage for the dinner chair for this evening's 7th Annual Gala, Mr. Edward Goldberg, Senior VP of Consumer and Government Affairs for Macy's East. Mr. Goldberg.
Good evening, everyone. It is so nice to see the full house out here. I'm so pleased to be part of this event. I want to welcome everyone to the Medgar Evers College 7th Annual Legacy Awards Gala Dinner for 2007. To begin by congratulating Dr. Edison Jackson and the entire Medgar Evers College family on the success of this dinner, I am very pleased and proud to tell you that tonight the dinner is sold out. Thank you. The concept of this dinner originally was to produce a one-time event to raise much-needed funds for financial support for scholarships and to assist with the expansion of the college. Today, the seeds of that effort are really bearing fruit. The college has a record-high enrollment exceeding 5,700 students. And they have broken ground on the Academic Complex 1, which will house the School of Science, Health, and Technology. To put it mildly, Medgar's is truly on the move. It's with deep humility and respect that I stand here this evening to celebrate Medgar Evers College and, of course, to help raise the critical funding necessary for the school. I cannot think of a more important endeavor than to ensure the future of this great institution. When one visits the campus here in Brooklyn, you immediately see energy and activity, and you feel the electricity and the vibrancy. One cannot help but marvel at the dedication of the faculty to their students. One quickly begins to understand renaissance that is going on here on Bedford Avenue. However, none of this happens without both strong leadership and support. The strong leadership, as we all know, comes from our distinguished president, Dr. Edison O. Jackson. Dr. Jackson is both a visionary and a man of action, a man clearly in charge. It's impossible to spend more than 5 minutes with Edison without him waxing poetic about the things that are going on here at the college. The pride, the sheer joy, and the vision all mixed together to form a caring and progressive agenda that is on its way to making Medgar Evers College the premier school here in New York City. As for support, I want to applaud all of you here in the audience this evening. By being here, you are saying that I believe in this school and its mission, and are prepared to do the right thing when it comes to financially supporting the college in pursuing and achieving its mission of providing quality education, one student at a time. In addition, I want to recognize our honorees this evening: Alan Fishman, Colin Fay Rodney, Dr. Wendell Clement, and Alicia Joseph. Truly distinguished individuals, truly deserving of the awards. I know that each of you in attendance this evening will agree that these distinguished ladies and gentlemen are true leaders in their fields, and I'm very proud to be standing on the stage that will also accommodate them. I also wish to thank the Leadership Committee, Mike Flanagan, Noah Hankin, and Antonia Yulee Williams. You've done a great job for a sold-out crowd. Dinners like this just don't happen. They are the result of hard work, dedication, and a true spirit of volunteerism. And I want to thank everyone at the college for their tireless efforts in making this event a success. On behalf of Macy's and our chairman of Macy's East, Ron Klein, and my staff who are here this evening, Aisha Rivers, Brenda Scott, Cheryl Monroe, and Kathleen Blick, I want to say thank you to everyone for your dedication, hard work, and enjoy this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goldberg, so much. So many of us are honored and privileged and really humbled to be here tonight. And I have to tell you, on a personal level, I am too, because of our next speaker, Dr. Edison O. Jackson, the man with the passion, the vision, the heart and soul of Medgar Evers. I owe him a debt of gratitude because some years ago, it was his idea, I believe, to honor me with my first honorary PhD. I don't know why, but he did. So I owe you forever a debt of gratitude. And he insists on calling me doctor. I'm not so sure about that either. but I thank you. So I present to you Dr. Edison O. Jackson.
Esteemed honorees, distinguished guests, elected and appointed officials, members of the Chancellery, my colleagues in the university, ladies and gentlemen, and the Medgar Evers College family, good evening. On behalf of the Medgar Evers College community, I welcome you to the 7th Annual Legacy Awards Gala and Dinner, where tonight we honor living legends. Tonight we recognize 6 visionary leaders, even as we at the college continue to strive to honor the legacy of our namesake, Medgar Wale Evers. His uncompromising vision that everyone should have the right to pursue their full potential informs not only our mission, but also the personal and professional lives of each member of the Medgar Evers College family. Inspired by that legacy, we remain committed to ensuring the excellence of our institution. We continue to challenge ourselves to exceed our own expectations. And we have embraced the culture of expectancy. We are proud of what we have managed to accomplish in furtherance of our shared vision. And we are not alone in that vision. The New York City Council and the mayor have provided us with nearly $24 million in funding for a variety of capital expansion projects, including the expansion of our library, renovation of the student lounge, and establishment of a performing arts center. The state and city have provided, yes, thank you very much. The state and the city have provided us with $243 million for our new School of Science, Health, and Technology building that is under construction. And if you drive down Bedford Avenue, you can see this field being erected every day. And I'm so blessed that my office looks out over that development. This building would be a state-of-the-art facility and one of the best science facilities in this state. And I would be remiss this evening if I did not share with you that we have also received an anonymous gift of $150,000 in the honor of Carl and Faye Rodney. Yes. And you, all of you who have come out with us tonight, are making an equally valuable investment. Your support this evening will help us to grow our scholarship endowment for future generations of students. Thank you for your support. And thank you this evening sponsors Macy East, Moet Hennessy USA, Citibank, and Con Edison, as well as our friends here tonight. I'm also pleased to announce Mr. Carl Andrews, who's representing our governor. Mr. Andrews, would you please stand? We are most grateful for our outstanding faculty, who have been educated at some of the best and finest institutions of higher learning in this country and throughout the world. Our students are our most prized possession. They continue to make us proud. And we at Medgar Evers College are blessed to have been entrusted with this sacred opportunity to have a significant role in the shaping and the molding of their minds and character. And of course, thank you also to the Community Council, the Alumni Association, our Board of Trustees, Chancellor Matthew Goldstein, and the whole of the Medgar Evers College family and its friends. We celebrate living legends this evening, honoring these 6 stalwarts, knowing that these individuals are leaving a lasting legacy in our communities, in our hearts, and for our beloved students to emulate in their future endeavors. And yes, we are proud that our graduates enter into the world of work with the skills and resources necessary to change things for the better. You see, we instill in them the passion and the ability to achieve their true potential, to lead and inspire, and to create opportunities for others. That was the legacy of Medgar Wally Evers, and that is the living legacy of Medgar Evers College. Thank you for being here. I just want to say to all of you, I consider it an honor and a privilege to be the president of this great institution. And you have blessed, and God has blessed me to be an instrument for His will and for His purpose. And for that, I'm grateful. You see, when I think about God's goodness and all that He has done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah, for He is worthy to be praised. He's worthy to be praised because He has brought me a mighty long way. He's worthy to be praised because He allowed me to be the president of this distinguished institution. He's worthy to be praised because we transform lives as they come into Medgar Evers, as they leave Medgar Evers and go out into the world to change what is to what can be. Roll the video.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've come today to celebrate excellence.
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it around my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go, it won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden.
Medgar Evers, man, this is a wonderful institution. I think everyone should give this institution a round of applause.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. I'm taking my own freedom, putting it in my song.
I see it in your eyes. You guys ain't playing. You aren't lollygagging. You're serious. I got it. I feel it. Watch out, world. Here they come.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden.
It is my honor and privilege to present to you Dr. Maxwell Lemuel Roach. Medgar Evers College family. Love, respect, and honor you.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden.
At Medgar Evers College, our children were a welcome part of this family.
Like it's golden, 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 golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden.
Medgar Evers College is on the move.
Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life, living my life, living my
walking the streets of Brooklyn. This building wasn't here at all. The people weren't here. And now Medgar Evers is here, creating a wonderful presence in the borough of Brooklyn.
Living my life like it's golden.
If your mind can conceive it, and your heart believe it, then you surely can achieve it.
Airplanes falling, peace talks stalling, smallpox, anthrax looking like the flu, throat grabbing, backstabbing, kids getting high on drugs and glue, short graves, long graves, you never know which, electrocuting men just to see them twitch. Now, I don't mean to be uncouth. All I'm asking for is tell me the truth. What time is it, y'all? No time for foolishness. Cops profiling, Supreme Court smiling, politicians playing games just to be in control. Wealthy getting richer, poor getting poorer, rats and homeless living in the sewer. Housing prices going sky high, nothing to rent and can't afford to buy. Now, I don't mean to be uncouth. All I'm asking for is tell me the truth. What time is it, y'all? No time for foolishness. Affirmative action under attack. You bring your money home, there's a hole in the sack. Spousal, parental, systems abuse. Sometimes you wonder, what's the use? AIDS keeps spreading like an eating cancer. Nations call for help, but there is no answer. Now, I don't mean to be uncouth. All I'm asking for is tell me the truth. What time is it, y'all? No time for foolishness. Races and religions all self-contained. Why are our families falling apart? We've been searching for pleasure and lost our heart. Hope and love are in short supply. We've got to find our purpose or else we'll die. Now, I don't mean to be uncouth. All I'm asking for is tell me the truth. What time is it, y'all? You got it.
No time for foolishness. That ceremony was last spring. We established an honor society for black male students. Black male students who had minimally a 3.2 cumulative GPA. We are about the business at Medgar Evers of lifting up academic excellence. And so we wanted to change the conversation. So that's what that's all about, and there's much more to be told about that, but time is of essence, so let me move on. We have in our audience a great, and I would say the greatest champion for Brooklyn. A man who is committed to the expansion and the development of this great borough. He is a great leader. He is a great supporter and has been a great supporter of Medgar Evers College since I've been there and before I got there. And as a state senator and now as the borough president of Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present to all of you the distinguished borough president of Brooklyn, the Honorable Marty Markowitz.
Dr. Jackson, thank you so very, very much. Dr. Edison O. Jackson, it is true that I started in service before you became president. Oh, and the stories we can share, that's for sure. For some of those that were around in those days, there were mighty challenging times at Medgar Evers College. But when CUNY appointed Dr. Edison O. Jackson, boy, did they know what they were doing. And this time they got it right, I'll tell you. He promised, in fact, that Medgar Evers College, we've become the flagship of the City University, and we are the flagship of the City University of New York. And Dr. Jackson, since I've been in public office, certainly under your administration, I have met many, many graduates that have gone on to make great success of themselves in every field of endeavor. And that's why I'm here tonight, to congratulate not only Dr. Edison O. Jackson and the professors and the entire staff at Medgar Evers College and the students, but especially the funders, because I want you to know that the money that you generously provide to this institution is going for the best possible use. It's going to those that will create the wealth for tomorrow and will ensure that New York City remains America's national city. So I congratulate each and every one of you, I really do. And finally, when I came in and I saw a gentleman, Dr. Jackson, there's somebody I look like here, and it's Maurice Dubois. I truly believe that I look like him. I really do. I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I say, I think I look like Maurice Dubois. But then, several times a year, I meet him in his role that he's here tonight, and then I'm shocked into reality. It's not possible, but okay. May I, on behalf of all of Brooklyn, congratulate Faye and Carl Rodney through the founding of Carib News. Really tell the story of the unbelievably wonderful contributions of Caribbean Americans in New York City and how blessed we are in New York to be the Caribbean capital of America. To Alan Fishman, President Emeritus of Independence Community Bank and Independence Community Foundation, and now Chairman of Meridian Capital, Alan Fishman is the kind of business leader that we need more of in America. This is a man who made a lot of money for the corporations that he works for, but also puts a lot of money back in the future growth of education and community. Congratulations, Alan Fishman. Dean Wendell Clement, congratulations for your brilliance and inspiring students to achieve. Congratulations. Ed Goldberg, Senior Vice President, congratulations. He shook that Macy's up. They're doing better than ever. That Brooklyn store is leading the way, and we congratulate Ed Goldberg. Thank you. So to all of the honorees and to all in attendance, may I declare this day to be known forevermore, Medgar Evers College 7th Annual Legacy Awards Gala and Dinner Celebration Day in Brooklyn, USA. Congratulations. Enjoy your dinner.
Now it's my pleasure to present this evening's first Legacy Award. This gentleman is truly a living legend. In 1972, Dr. Clement was selected to fill the position of Dean of Academic Affairs and Deputy to the President. One of the top priorities at that time was to prepare the college for its first evaluation by the Middle States Association. It passed and received full accreditation in record time. In 1975, in order to contend with the city-wide fiscal crisis, a proposal was put forth to close the college or at a minimum reduce its ranks to a community college. Teams from the college under leadership of Dr. Clement personally visited and successfully petitioned senators and assemblymen to restore the college status and budget. I could go on and on about this great man. Let us hear from Dr. Clement himself. Would you roll the video?
I was born in Texas, in the rural area of Paris, Texas, and that's where I got the first 10, 11 years of my education. Once I completed my PhD, I became more interested in education and what education could do for our race. So I decided then I wanted to go into college teaching. I heard about Medgar Evers College being formed in Brooklyn, and I thought it would be exciting to go to a new institution like that and having the freedom to introduce a lot of innovations and so forth. I worked with several of the high schools there, trying to help them improve their writing programs and to give them prerequisites that would allow them to come into Medgar Evers College and be able to go right on as opposed to spending time making up for a deficit that they might have. Medgar Evers College to me means that there is an institution there in the community that has the ability to deal with the serious problems of poverty and all the things that are related to it through its educational programs, which are designed to reach out and touch those people in the central Brooklyn community. And I think if that institution were removed as they attempted to back in the early 70s, it would be a devastating blow to the community. What I would say to you, set your goals and work toward them. And whatever you do, don't never give up, but keep on trying. I can't see. Are there any people standing up for me? I do know we do have quite a representation from our church.
Yes.
Would you just say congratulations to me, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I feel very good. I'm going to let a secret out of the basket tonight. Some 30 or so, 40 years ago, I was at the University of the District of Columbia, and there was another sprightly young man there by the name of Mr. Jackson, who was also at the University of the District of Columbia. We didn't know each other at that time, but it turned out we were going to the same church, and I happened to be chairperson of the deacon board there, and he had an opportunity to observe me in action and arrive at certain opinions and so forth. And also, coincidentally, I left the University of the District of Columbia, and he left. I came to New York, and he went to California, and lo and behold, some 10 or so years after that, we both ended up in New York. So to some degree, we've traveled the same roads in many ways. So President Jackson, Mr. Du Bois, and the Awards Committee, my family and I wish to take this opportunity to thank you and all those involved in choosing me to receive such a cherished award. It is an honor to be part of the growth of such an institution as Medgar Evers College and the greater Brooklyn community. When I came to Medgar Evers 35 years ago, I didn't know that I would be disrespected by this community, which has allowed me to see a dream fulfilled. And I thank you very, very much. If one wants to know if the college is accepted by and important to the community, simply look at what has been happening to such things as enrollment and graduation. When the college first opened its doors to students in 1970, it registered, luckily, about 700 students. Today, it registers more than 6,500 students. During its last commencement exercises, it graduated more than 1,000 students. 1,000 students who had been prepared to earn a paycheck as opposed to looking for the office of social welfare.
Amen.
Please note this, that since its inception, more than 12,000 students have graduated from the college, and many have become leaders in all walks of life. That is 12,000 lives. Along with this growth in student numbers, there's a fantastic movement forward in acquiring needed physical facilities. With the addition of this new space, the college will be able to accommodate 8,000 students. President Jackson, I wish to say that you are to be highly commended for your role in skillfully and successfully guiding the ship through the slippery spaces. Keep up the good work. And now I'm going to get just a little bit emotional, and I hope you will forgive me. Finally, I must give special thanks to the faculty and staff who sacrificed so much and gave so devotedly of themselves during the early stages of the college's development. It was your tremendous support that kept Medgar alive and its doors open when the wolves tried so hard to shut it down on the grounds that it was not needed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The journey at Medgar College for me was one of great challenge as well as one of important victories. Most of all, I remember that you as faculty and staff, you came, you saw, and you conquered. Thank you so much.
What can I say about this evening's next honoree? He's everything great about Brooklyn. Its past, its present, but most importantly, its future. Alan Fishman has a very long list of business and civic accomplishments, but he's a son of Brooklyn who's never forgotten where he comes from. His generosity of spirit, combined with a tough and thoughtful approach to philanthropy and business, makes him a civic role model and a real mensch. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll the tape. I want to present to you my boss and my friend, Alan Fishman.
We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
I am a boy of Central Brooklyn. I am a product of Central Brooklyn. I was born in the neighborhood. I was born not 3 blocks away from the college. I grew up on Washington Avenue, going to Brooklyn Dodger games, and played basketball in every schoolyard in Central Brooklyn, and used basketball as my way to get to college and to education. I can't begin to quantify what education meant to my life. It's changed my life. What was the motivation for me to choose the banking and financial industry? Very simply, that's what New York is all about in many ways. And getting out of school with my degrees, it was only a natural after leaving a family business, basically to go into the financial world. And banks were hiring, and I was able to get a job. The defining moment for me in my career, I worked at a big bank. The bank got into a little trouble, and I was both financially sophisticated and skillful, as well as being a kid from New York, and it allowed me to end up in a position where I could deal with some of these issues in a way that people without my background may not have been able to deal with. And it allowed me to get the attention of my bosses. I was the chairman and chief executive officer of Independence Community Bank, and Independence Community Bank had a sister foundation, the Independence Community Foundation. I am the chairman of that foundation now, and through that foundation I do all kinds of things in community service in Brooklyn, Central Brooklyn, and really all across Brooklyn. I am thoroughly involved every day in the life of Brooklyn, the economic development of Brooklyn, the cultural and social services that are afforded to Brooklyn residents and Brooklyn businesses. And so I'm involved in every form. I want to leave the community a little better than I found it. It was an excellent community growing up. It is a community that has tremendous resources, tremendous assets, and obviously tremendous issues and things that need to improve. And I just want to help marshal the assets, marshal the resources, and help the community grow and prosper. And if I can do that, that would be a terrific personal legacy for me.
You don't get nervous until you see yourself on the screen there. So good evening, everybody. And thank you, Marilyn, for that really wonderful introduction. It means a lot to me, as you know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this recognition this evening. It means quite a bit to me to be recognized by my good friend, Dr. Jackson, and the great institution that he has built and continues to build. As the video said, I am old enough to remember the blocks on which the wonderful campus now sits before the buildings were there. I grew up on Washington Avenue, as we said. I attended PS 241 on President Street, junior high school on Empire Boulevard. I bowled at the Freddie Fitzsimmons bowling alley on Empire Boulevard, for those of you that remember. And most importantly, I had a crush on a girl who lived less than a half a block away on Crown Street. So I have a very, very special affection for the Medgar Evers community. It is my hometown in every way possible. So this honor tonight is a very special honor for me and for my family. And as you know, through the Independence Community Foundation, Marilyn Gelber and I and our staff have been very active in the Central Brooklyn community. It is our intention to be viewed, and everything we do is to be viewed and to play a partnership role in the community, and we try every day to do that, and I hope we succeed. Now, in thinking about tonight and thinking about my relationship with Medgar Evers, I want to offer some thoughts very quickly. Medgar Evers College, part of this great city university with its core mission and its great and growing faculty, its magnificent student body, growing student body, plays a unique role in our community. Obviously, it plays a role in improving the life and prospects of so many of our students, as Dr. Clements said, through its providing a great education. But I really believe that the college can and must play an even greater role. The needs and the prospects of our community are enormous. We have great assets with which to work. Unfortunately, we still have much to do to ensure that every one of us in our community is encouraged to get a great education and become fully productive citizens. We all have a role to play. And no one institution can do more than Medgar Evers in this regard. But if I can be just a bit presumptuous, let me give Dr. Jackson and the college yet another homework assignment. It seems to me that our city, indeed our nation, desperately needs a new language to express in a positive way the challenges, the racial, economic, ethnic, social, every other kind of challenge that we face. This new language and this vocabulary should encourage all factions in our community to engage in new and updated conversations about solutions. Words, terms, and language that have defined this dialogue for so long need to be examined, re-examined, redefined, and re-energized. Affirmative, universal, standards, remediation, affordable. All of these are just a few examples of terms or words that have really lost, I think, a lot of meaning in the last several decades. And an institution like Medgar Evers and a leader like Dr. Jackson has the scholars, the leadership, the resources, the respect, and I believe the determination